Trump puts out an executive order and fixes college football. Congratulations. We did it.
Totally fixed. That's all it took? That's crazy.
For those who don't know or didn't see, there's a 5-year eligibility executive order that goes out that you basically have 5 years to complete 4 years of college football, college sports, I should say, eligibility. And inside of those 5 years, you get one free transfer, which I believe was an original intention of the rule until that got thrown out in court. And then it goes into effect on August 1st. So Badunga and Jalen Harrelson are not impacted by this. It goes into effect. So that is the what's on paper executive order. It's a little bit like Tommy Tuberville's senator. He was writing a bill to do this.
Yeah.
Shockingly, there are programs, including Indiana University, who put out a statement thanking the current administration for doing this and putting this out there and giving us clear direction and all those type of things. But the real ball knowers know, regardless of what political party is issuing these orders and who you voted for in a presidential election and identity politics and tribalism and all that fun stuff, this is never going to stand.
Yeah.
Completely.
This is I had to go pull it up because I was like, what was the IU tweet? It joins the Big Ten Conference in appreciation of the White House's commitment to the future of college sports, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's barely even a thanks. It's like, good effort, because you basically are right. Goes into effect August 1st. I'm going to say August 1st by 9:05, it will already have been thrown out in court and everybody given temporary restraining orders from its enforcement, because there's no way that this can be enforced. It violates all kinds of antitrust clauses. This is the problem that we have, which is you can't tell Joe Schmo regular student or the athlete, you can only transfer once, but all the other regular students get to transfer as much as they want. And all the other regular students get to have a job and get paid. This is how we've gotten here, which was that, yes, the entire time they have been exclusionary and violating these laws. That's how this stuff has gotten thrown out. Why we have NIL now, at least. Like, none of this is ever going to actually happen until we get a collectively bargained players and member institutions of the NCAA. Like, that's the only way we ever actually get to anything like this. This is just a throwaway on a piece of toilet paper from the White House, unfortunately.
So I want to read this tweet that came out, and it's a little bit long, so sorry for those who, if you're watching on video, I'm going to share it so you can read faster than me, and if you are listening on podcast, you get what it's from. NIL, not NLI. Not about bashing individuals here, but Jay Billis has done more to destroy our unique, world-class collegiate athletic system than nearly anyone, particularly when he spouts the tired nonsense we all saw earlier today. Which he had commentary on NIL and paying players. He became social media famous by basically searching the NCAA website and turning that into a crusade that is dismantling one of the best educational opportunities this great country has ever seen, all under the fake guise of player advocacy that he knows really only benefits a select few. He ignores the fact that universities are quite literally bankrupting themselves to avoid irrelevance in this horrible and unsustainable new system he helped create and keeps pushing. As said here, often Division I basketball and football fans' distrust and dissatisfaction at an all-time high, and his tired reliance on TV ratings does nothing to fix the massive discontent. Everyone hates the current NCAA trajectory except for the few like Billis who profit from this chaos. He's apparently using his massive platform to provide legal cover for a unionization push from which he will undoubtedly financially benefit. College sports belong to the schools, students, and the fans, not the lawyers trying to bill their way into the headline. I wanted to share that in its totality because it might be one of the dumbest takes I have seen about the NIL era online. I am like, I read that and I'm like, I'm going to rant on the podcast this morning. And here goes my rant. Is the fact that college universities who make up the NCAA have the ability to fix all of this tomorrow. And he literally says he ignores the fact, talking about Jay Billis, that universities are quite literally bankrupting themselves to avoid irrelevances in this horrible, unsustainable new system. No
You
one
can
is
literally
forcing these
stop.
universities
Yeah.
to pay what they are paying. No
Nope.
one is.
0 people.
Because they are so bad at running fiscally sound businesses, which is essentially what your athletic department is and always has been. It's just
It's what
been really good at exploiting labor. Like the Banana Republic and the 1950s fascist governments are jealous of what college sports used to be, of looking at predominantly minority people making up your workforce and not paying them a dime. Old white guys essentially making millions off of the backs of 18 to 22-year-olds. And again, I might point out, because of the history of our country, minorities. And we are sitting here saying that the current system is so evil because whoever this person roots for, university, is going bankrupt and supposedly never has a chance to win sports. In sports, a
right.
game,
Literally not not really actually part of the core part of your institution that you're talking about. We're talking
a
about
game.
higher education. This is about teaching and learning. Like this is not the sports is just like a fun little offshoot. Just like a let's have some fun for a little bit. Like you do not need nobody is making you like legitimately the Ivy League does not give out scholarship or like give out like pay NIL. Like you can just be like there are schools that don't have a football team. They just don't. They're not bankrupting themselves. Go ahead and get out of the business if you're not good at it. You can't make money from it. Then buy, gone, bye. Like it's okay.
Yes.
It'll be okay.
And if and I want to point out the NCAA are these universities and presidents.
Yep.
They are just the lobbying group of, and I'm not saying Pam Whitten is the one that's like being bad here, but I'm just for relevance to IU fans, they are Pam Whitten. They are the
Sure.
university
Yeah.
presidents who make up their voting body. It's all a collective group. And the lawyer comment is because the NCAA keeps fighting these rules. And if you've already checked out because you're like, oh, Tim and Trent, these bunch of liberals that are just criticizing President Trump, I might remind you, Brett Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court, go read his, like the
Yeah.
majority, it was 9-0, so it was a completely unanimous decision. And he absolutely just destroys the NCAA's labor practices. And the
Yeah.
reason why this executive order is going to lose is not because of the libs. This executive order is going to lose because a conservative judge looks at this and goes, this is not capitalism.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually like extremely easy to see, but everybody within the broader sort of higher education industry is just trying to continue to hold on to as much power as they can for as long as they can and control. Like that's all this is. Like nobody is forcing anybody to give anybody millions of dollars in NIL. It's really
No
not.
one.
But it is a somewhat free market system. And if you believe in capitalism and not socialism, then if somebody wants to give somebody $5 million to be in front of their auto dealership and do autographs a couple Saturdays of the year, and then also happen to just play football up the road, then so be it, right? Like, that's exactly it. This is the funny thing. Like, I'm highlighting parts of this post because it's so funny. Turning this into a crusade that is dismantling one of the best educational opportunity programs this great country has ever seen. It is not one of the great educational opportunity programs of this country. What are you talking about? Do you know how many sports even give before NIL? Even gave full scholarships? Not many. It was basically football and men's basketball, maybe baseball in some parts of the country,
Women's
maybe
basketball
women's
because of Title
basketball.
IX. Because of Title
Right.
IX.
But
Yeah.
but like you had to right because of Title IX. But like there are plenty of people that are like track and field athletes that do not have full scholarships. They might have like a quarter scholarship. The greatest educational opportunity program this country's ever seen has been the GI Bill. What are you talking about, you idiots? Like, then let's not talk about the other things that are getting dismantled in terms of educational opportunity, but whatever. There are so few people are actually college athletes on a scholarship by any means. And then everyone hates the current NCAA trajectory. No,
I
we
like
don't
watching it
all
get
really
dismantled.
hate
It's great.
no. There are like things I don't like, but you know what else I didn't like? I didn't like the fact that the college football national championship was decided on by a bunch of Associated Press writers. That was dumb. They didn't play for a championship until 20 years ago.
The only way Notre Dame can win a title.
Right. He's apparently using his massive platform to provide legal cover for, like, what are you talking about? Billis is like a lawyer by trade, but like he makes his money being an analyst on ESPN. Like he doesn't really practice law a ton. He has not represented a single student athlete in any legal court. So what are you like? You don't actually even understand what you're talking about. There are law firms out there that are absolutely making all kinds of money off of it. But again, just as you pointed out, Trent, you were correct. Trent was right. Hashtag Trent was right. These things would not happen if the NCAA would just merely stop trying to enforce its illegal laws and rules. Like,
Yes.
the NCAA could just go, yep, you got us. We were wrong. Change the rules. And then they wouldn't have all these legal battles. But yet, here they are, still trying to hold on to whatever they can.
And again, as I said at the beginning of my rant, tomorrow, college sports can get fixed. And it gets fixed. And I don't even have to get to the point of collective bargaining. The university can just employment contract the crap out of all these players, write in buyout contracts, write in penalties, and they can legally do that. The reason why there's Darian Mensah going to Miami and there's no repercussion for that is because the NIL contracts are not employment contracts and they're not enforceable in court.
Right.
Where Indiana University tomorrow can make Josh Hoover an employee of the university and write into there that he has a buyout clause and, he's financial penalty, has pay back all of his money, all that type of stuff. They can do that. The reason they don't want to do that is because they do not want more money going to the athletes. They want the money going to the coaches and the athletic directors and the university presidents and the people that are in power. This is, it is mind-numbing to me, the stupidity at which people are approaching this, thinking that the players and them getting paid in NIL is the problem when it gets fixed overnight if universities would just nut up and do it. The reason why they don't do it is because then when they become employees, they can collective bargain and they can get more money. Anytime you see tweets like this or whatever, just know whether they're truly shilling, like he's accusing Jay Billis doing, shilling for the power structures at B, or they're just too stupid to understand what is actually happening.
Yeah. And listen, he's the only thing that guy or gal, I don't know who runs that account, but like the only thing I write about is Jay Billis has been on a crusade. Yeah, he's been on that crusade for 20 years. You're not wrong. Like he has been doing that for a long time. Yeah, you mentioned
it a couple weeks ago or a couple of podcasts ago. Yeah.
But hey, did you not see what just happened with Tommy Lloyd from Arizona basketball this weekend? He's in the Final Four, being highly rumored to be taking the job at UNC. Of course, a coach can transfer anytime he wants because
crazy.
He has an employment contract. And so what did he do to the school? Where's the loyalty? Oh, he then got leverage so he could A, get a raise, and then B, the best part, said, I don't report to the athletic director anymore.
Yes.
Nobody's in charge of me. I run this ship. And listen, good on Tommy Lloyd, man. Buddy. That's the system you're in. Like, you get to get the leverage. You have success. Like, the whole thing. Like, I have no problem with Tommy Lloyd doing it. But don't be mad when a player transfers and then be like, well, coaches can kind of come and go wherever we want. If we want to fire our coach, we fire our coach. If we want to hire a new coach and pay his buyout, then we do that. Like, then you just don't get to have it both ways. You really don't. It is the same thing.
TB Hoosiers, you can find Tim at TB Hoosiers on Twitter, me at ST McGee on Twitter, and go check that out. You can follow everything at Kirkwood and Dunn. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.